All right. Now we're gonna take a quick look, and this is live, right? We're in a live market. Today is Tuesday, December the 13th. It's about 1:37 a.m. Right? And this is US30. I wanted to break down, give a quick update on the current markets in US30. And if you're watching the replay, you'll be able to utilize or at least see how we're able to utilize the perfect entry trading system when trading the markets. This is US30. It is an index, it's very volatile, so we're going to work on lower time frames. Right now, we are on a 3-minute chart, right? And notice US30 has been going into an uptrend. Notice is little to no volatility. You got all of these very small candles. That's probably when the market first reopened around 6, 7 o'clock, right? Not too much volatility in the markets. Then you notice uptrend started to form, right? Now, with the beauty of the perfect entry trading system, it gives you multiple tools. You'll get access to multiple tools that gives you a different point of view on what's going on in the market, the trends, the reversals, the certain zones that you can take advantage of, right? So I'm going to show you how you can combine certain tools in the perfect entry trading system. We're going to combine the perfect entry optimizer. Let's pull that up real quick. And notice the optimizer on US30 on a 3-minute chart gave you the buy signal. Look at this buy signal. Notice where the market went to. I mean, other than this small pullback here or here, you really wasn't in no drawdown. If you had caught it on the initial signal of the buy utilizing this tool, you would have been in the market right here. Let's just measure this out for a long position. They're saying your entry. Notice the entry, take profit 1, 2, and 3, and you can change this depending on what time frame you're using and what level of take profit you want to take. You can always customize this. But just for right now, I don't know what it's on. What is it on? It's on I think it's like 40, 80 to 100. Man, this is US30. We would have probably stretched the settings on this, right? Because you can get 40 pips in no time in US30. But anyway, notice where the entry is. We're already hitting take profit 1, 2, and 3. If we was using these settings, your take profit 3 is over 100 pips. You caught over 100 pips. This trade is actually up right now about is that 200 pips? Or is it 500? Let's measure this out real quick. Let's use the measuring tool to measure this out. This is 500 pips right now. 550 pips to the upside right now. That's if you had rolled the trade. If you're in this buy, utilizing this tool, if you're in the buy, utilize the tool to get out of the trade. If it doesn't tell you to sell, like it did down back here, if it doesn't cross over to give you the sell signal, stay in the buy, right? Because you could have gotten in here and got taken out here because it started pulling back and you got out prematurely and then you missed the move, right? Even if you did catch this initial move, you're moving your stop loss up to certain areas. You're noticing the zone. Your stop loss is here. When it moved back up a little bit more, stop loss is right below. Move back up a little bit more, stop loss is right below. Move back up a little bit more. It was very small, but it continued to move up. As it's moving up, you're just moving your stop loss right below the zone, right? So you would have caught initially about 500 pips on this trade. Now, this is just the entry optimizer. What I'm going to also do is add on the session key tool. Now, with the session key tool, it also gave you a buy. It gave you a buy earlier today or late last night, maybe during London session, or yesterday, it gave you a buy, right? Stay from the zone. So even if you was using the tool, the session key tool, in addition to the perfect entry trading system, with the session key tool alone, you're already in the buy. You're already in the buy, the initial buy, right? And we teach you how to catch optimal entries based off of the tool itself within the training, but it's still respecting your area with the session key tool. And then the next session, it gives you another buy from not only the entry optimizer. We saw the entry optimizer give the buy right here, right back out of the zone. So now you have two entries that's riding the initial trend that we're going through right now. This is live market. This is where we're at right now as we speak while I'm doing this video. That's two confirmations. That's two different tools. Like even if you wasn't using the optimizer, you had the buy from the session key tool, perfect entry trading system session key tool, and it did nothing but retest your zone right here. It retested the zone, came out the zone and retested the zone. Let's move some of the It retested the zone, it breaks out the zone, retest, breaks out again, retest the bottom of the zone here. That's your optimal entry. We teach people how to get these optimal entries with little to no stop loss, right? So if we're looking for a buy, there's a lot of retail traders, they don't necessarily know where the market is going to go. But if you get a sneak peek on where the market is going and it's giving you a buy signal and it's coming back to the zone, as long as it doesn't go below the initial zone of the session key tool, you can still buy. The best buy, the initial buy, if it breaks above the zone. Your optimal entry is if it comes to the bottom of the zone and respects the bottom of the zone. As long as it doesn't go below your zone, you are still looking for buy opportunities. What is your best opportunity to buy? At the bottom of the zone. I would much rather buy here than to buy when it breaks up here. Even if you did take the conservative route and catch the break of the zone, that's the conservative way of trading. Notice what happened again. Not only did it break out of the zone multiple times, but it came back to respect the top of the zone once again, and then it gave you the break and went into an uptrend. That is just the session key alone. But then if you add the entry optimizer, you have a confirmation, a second confirmation to get into a buy. Now you have areas to move your stop loss, right? Notice here what happened. Currently, we got another buy from the session key tool. This is our third buy. This is our late buy, and this buy is in profit. I'm going to pull up one more tool just for a third, just in case you need another confirmation. Here's another confirmation from the golden key tool, right? The golden key tool here. This zone is even smaller. Gave you a buy here. It gave you a short-lived sell, right? You probably lost this trade. Gave you a buy here. And then you have the buy from the entry optimizer. And again, in current markets, we have another buy. So let's move out the entry optimizer for a minute. And now you'll see the golden key by itself. Notice this zone is smaller than the session key zone. It gives you a more precise zone. So you have two zones. Let's change the golden key for a minute. Let's change the zone. Let's change it to gold. Being that is the golden key, let's change it to gold. So we can see both zones. So you have this smaller zone inside of the session key, and it's multiple buy opportunities, right? You got multiple buy opportunities, but what people fail to realize with this tool, it gives you the retest. So even if you were looking to buy, you want a market to tell you where it wants to go. And a lot of times in retail trading, it will trap you in the market. It will show you that it wants to buy, and then you'll get into the buy too late. A lot of people started getting into the buys around this area. In retail trading aspect, they're buying up here. They're seeing this wedge pattern. They're waiting for the break of the trend line. All of the technicals, which is nothing wrong with it, right? That's how you're supposed to map out and have a game plan of where you want to trade. So you get the break of the trend line, they're in the buys. Where do they buy? They're not buying on the dip, they're buying on the break. This is what retail traders, me included, when I was trading thinking as a retail trader, we're waiting for the break, right? When you're waiting for the break, you are now trying to buy at the high. If you want to buy in the market, you want to buy the dip. You want to buy it when it pulls back. So yes, you want to buy. It's showing you it wants to buy. It's telling you you want to buy. Let it show you it's buying first, at least. Jeez. Let it show you and confirm what you're looking for before you actually get into the trade. So you're noticing the break of this small trend. This is, again, US30, by the way, on a 3-minute chart. You notice after this huge break to the downside, you're noticing this small trend. This is a wedge pattern, right? You block in the wedge pattern with a small trend line. You get the break of the trend line. It's breaking technicals, which is a sign of a reversal. Do you want to jump into a reversal with just one sign, or do you want to get extra confirmation? So that's where the tools come into play, where it's telling you it's now buying out of the zone. With the entry optimizer, it's telling you that it was buying from, oh, wrong tool. It was telling you that it was buying and coming into buy its territory here, but we're looking at right now. Do you want to buy here? This is premature, right? You're getting the signals from the session key tool. You're getting the signals from the golden key tool. You're getting your break of your trend, right? Your shoe edge pattern. You're getting your confirmations. Do you want to buy here at this yellow line, or would you have a better opportunity with a better risk to reward ratio by buying at the low? Buying at the low. So when you're seeing the buy and you're getting into the buy, and then you're noticing these pullbacks and you're seeing this move, if this wasn't happening, this didn't happen already, right? You're just seeing this move right here. You start panicking, especially if you got into the buy here at this yellow line. People will start panicking. It's just common retail trading mentality, right? They're getting into the buy all in here. They're seeing the break, right? They're getting into the buy, then they see this, they start panicking. Then they're back in clear waters. Their head is at least above water. They're seeing the trend line, and then it breaks, and then it starts selling. They start panicking, right? Notice where it came back to. Notice where it came back to. Now, let's take the tool off for a second. In this area here, you have a lot of buyers that are panicking. Even if they bought it here, if you did buy it here, once you get into the profit, you're moving your stop loss. That way, you're not at least losing any money. And then this move here, stop hunt. This move here, stop hunt, is taking the initial buyers out of the trade. That's what they are supposed to do. They want to fulfill their order. So in order to fill their buying order, if they're the ones that's pushing the market, that stop the market from selling, this is a huge downtrend. This is a huge push to the downside, and it stopped right here. Pulled back, gave you a higher high, came back to retest this same area. It stopped in this area for a reason. Retail traders did not stop this huge downtrend, right? So if the smart money is buying, and then now the retail traders are starting to come into the market, when they start buying into the market, guess who's selling to stop hunt? They are. In order for there to be a foreign exchange of one currency into another, or within the market, you have buyers and sellers. They're buying from the low, and when the retail traders start buying from the high, guess who they're buying from? They're buying from smart money. They're selling. That's why it pushed back down. They're selling. That's why it pushed back down. Now that it pushed back down, you have the retail sellers that are trying to sell the market. Guess who they're selling the market to? Just take a wild guess on who they're selling the market to. They're selling the market to smart money. All in this area. This is why it stopped right here. It stopped, pulled back, stopped again. Right here in this area, it stopped. Look where it came back to. So now retail traders are second guessing themselves. They're moving their stop loss. They're closing out their trades and losses, which is also selling back to the market. If you're in a buy and you close your trade in the negative, you sold back to the market. Guess who they're selling to? They are selling to smart money. And that's why smart money, again, bought back into the market to fulfill their initial orders, and then it pushed to the upside. While the retail traders got caught in the trap. Guess what? Retail traders don't have to get caught in the trap if you have the golden key to tell you to buy. Let's move this zone, the smart money zone. The golden key told you to buy. The short-lived sell, you probably lost, right, if you took it. But if you was looking for this wedge pattern, you was waiting for the break, you're already seeing the buys coming in from previous zones. Let's pull up the session key real quick so you can see. We already have buys coming in from the session key early. This is a wedge pattern right here, a small one. Early. A bigger shoe wedge pattern here. You're waiting for confirmation. Now you see the confirmation, and we're going to teach you how to technically utilize the tools added to your confluence on how to read the market, whether it's price action, pattern, support, resistance, trend line channels, Fibonacci, all of that stuff is added confluence, right? But the tool is giving you the buy early. And then the tool gave you another early entry. If you want to be conservative, you saw the break. Now that you see the break of the zone, you don't want to be the fear of missing out and trying to buy it up here, right? Because a lot of the times you understand how market moves. You have to understand what the market makers are doing, the concept of the market from buying and selling, buying from the low and selling at the high. You have to wait for your opportunity to buy. If you're looking for buys, it's telling you to buy. It's breaking above your zones. It's breaking your small trend line. Do you buy at the high? This is your high right here. A lot of retail traders is buying all in this area. Boy, they buying here, they buying here. Some of them buying all in here. It's people buying here, they're buying here. Guess what these retail traders are buying from? They're buying from the smart money that was buying from here, and now they're closing out, because in order for them to close out their buys, they have to sell it back to the market, and they're selling it back to the retail traders. They have to influence you to make you think it's going to buy so that they can sell it back to you. That is how the market actually works. So once you understand that, you will, even as retail traders, now you see there's a different level of how you need to view the market on how it actually works. Therefore, you're not buying at the high, you're buying at the low. That's where they're buying. They're buying at the low. They're buying at the low. They're not waiting for a trend break to buy. They're the ones that created the break. They bought it at the low. Retail traders buy at the high and get caught in the trap. And then when they get caught in the trap and they start selling it back down, they're seeing this now. This is resistance to them. They're selling it back down. And longer term traders, if they didn't take their profits already, the smart money is getting better positions. They're not buying it up here. They want to buy it down here. So notice the tool is giving you your confirmations that you need. This is just the golden key tool and the session key tool. Notice it breaks. I mean, it broke. Look at this. We're back in the new zone. This was yesterday. That huge move was yesterday. This is today. Session key, early break of the zone. Look where it came down to. Do you want to wait for it to break here? You can catch this buy, stop loss below the zone. If you bought it up here, you went in the drawdown, but notice you're still in the trade though, right? I mean, it went back. You closed out in a profit. But it also came back down. Now you got this session key zone. This small box right here. The golden key zone. Let's make it a different color. Let's see if it make it a different color. Okay, here we go. Still don't make a difference. The session key zone, if it's green, see if we can try to. That'll do it. Okay, there we go. So you got a lighter shade, right? This is the golden key zone. So you got your session key buy. It pulled back on it, right? So if you are conservative and you're just catching a break, that's the trap. That's what they want you to do, to buy the high. Guess where they're buying at? They're buying, again, at the low. Did you know that this was the low? Look at this wick. Did you know that was the low? Would you have known as a retail trader this wick right here would have stopped? If this session key wasn't there, would you have known? I mean, you can look back and kind of tell, right? And then it gives you the wick. That's a tall tale sign, first confirmation for a potential reversal. But then it did this to you. Then it did this to you. What are you going to do? You're looking at this shoe wedge pattern. You're seeing that some people are trying to catch this sell from the top. They're trying to sell. This is just like I was saying before, a shoe wedge pattern. This is a inverted shoe wedge pattern, perfect inverted shoe wedge pattern. Price action just off this pattern, I would look to sell as well. That's if I wasn't using the tools. If you turn on the session key tool, you'll know that you're not looking for sales, you're looking for buys. It's the beautiful thing of the perfect entry. Shout out to the perfect entry trading system. Now that you know that you're looking for buys, what do you want to buy? Do you want to wait for it to buy way up here? It breaks the top. It breaks. I mean, that's the conservative way of thinking. That's also called retail trading. You want to wait for it to buy all the way up here? You know you want to buy. Do you want to wait for it to buy when you break the high? Or do you want to buy at the low? If you buy it at the low, your stop loss is what? I mean, this is US30. You can do a 20 pip stop loss on US30. If it was a regular Forex pair or something like that, it'd probably be like a 2 to a 5 pip stop loss. Same mechanics, same tools on Forex and indices, gold, silver, platinum, all of it. Anything in the market is a potential target utilizing this combination of the perfect entry trading system. Notice where it bounced at. Notice where it bounced at again. I mean, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. This tool does this all of the time. All of the time. Notice what happened after that. This is just the session key tool. Notice what happened after that. Breaks back out the zone, retest the top of, why do you think it stopped right here at the top of the zone? Let's take the session key off for a minute. Why do you think it stopped right here? Just off of blind naked trading, it stopped. Look where it stopped at. It stopped and it gave you a small break. You thought it was going to break. You thought it was going to break. That's the early entry, right? Because it did break eventually. That's the early entry. You get caught in the trap, right? They want to make you think it's going to buy so they can hit your stop loss and make more orders, because they're buying again from where? They're buying from the they're not trying to buy up here. They want to trap you. But then when you start seeing this, people will start selling into the market once again, retail trading mentality, and it stops in the zone. Guess where it stopped at? Let's take the session key off. Now let's put the golden key on for a minute. Look where it stopped at. I can't make this up, man. This is insane. It stopped at the top, to the very pit, and this is US30 on the 3-minute chart. To the very pit, it stopped at the top of the golden key zone. Where do you want to buy? Do you want to buy up here? Or do you want to buy from the zone? Did you know the zone was here? Did you? Did you know that you should buy here in this candle instead of buying up here in this candle? Did you know that you should be buying here in these wicks instead of buying here? You would if you had the golden key tool. It's buying. Notice it bought, retested right here. That's your trade. This is your trading you can be done with right here. It broke, retested to the top of the zone, took off. This is an easy. This is US30. It's 40 pips on US30. Quick, within an hour. It can be done. Those are alerts coming from the tool. Notice where it came to. The top of the golden key zone. The retest from the bottom of the session key zone. The initial break of the golden key zone came from the retest of the bottom of the session key zone, this blue box. Let's not forget the entry optimizer that gave us the buy the entire time. I mean, we've been riding the buy from the entry optimizer since back here. This is just more entries from the trade that we already shout out to the perfect entry trading system, man. Going to be a beautiful year, 2023. We had to I had to go back in the background for the last couple of months just to get some things together for the launch, for everything that we want to do when it comes to a community, when it comes to our trade desk, our traders utilizing these tools. But 2023, we're going to dive heavily and get you guys to understand how easy it can be. All you got to do is utilize patience, discipline, proper risk management, and utilize the tools, and you will be able to dominate the market. And then we're going to show you how to utilize the same skill set, the same mechanics into different markets, whether it's Forex, stocks, cryptocurrencies. We're going to dive into the binary options, the futures, with the same mentality, the same tools. So hopefully you learned something in this video. I kind of dived into a few things. Hopefully, if you're watching this video and you have the tools already, you're more excited to dive in with us, because as I've just showed you, this tool is very, very powerful. If you don't have the tool, then It's up to you to make the decision on whether or not you think this tool will enhance your trading capabilities. I don't care what level of trading you're on, right? It's always good to have extra tools, added confirmation, and especially if it can make it easier for you. So some of you guys may be experienced in your trading. You may have gone through this journey, the ups and downs, the twirling rounds, right? I've been through it as well. But I know for a fact that this tool has not only just helped me, but it's helped quite a few people simplify trading. It doesn't have to be that hard. All you have to do is proper discipline with proper risk management and the right opportunities. When it does show itself, you'll know how to take advantage, right? And that comes with not only just the tools, but the trainings. Now, on top of that, we have the signals. So even if you're not necessarily watching the chart, as you saw during this video, we have signals, and they're automatically coming from the same tools that I showed you today. That way, at least you get the alert when US30 makes a break for it, and then you can just simply copy and paste the signal. That's if you're not watching your computer. Good thing with TradingView, if you have TradingView, you can put it on your phone as well. Even on the go, you can always pull up the charts, pull up the tools, and be able to see what the market is doing, therefore making the right decision and getting into the trade, into the market on the right side of the market. But yeah, I didn't want to hold you off for too long. I just wanted to break down as it was live. I saw what was going on. Sometimes I see these all of the time, and I just kind of want to document some of these moves live as it's going on. Notice there's another pullback. You got that retest, and notice what it's doing is continuing. We're still moving further and further in the profit. I see you guys in the next video.